Saturday between the Seahawks and Niners in the NFC divisional round. As advertised, Seahawks great scoring defense, also a ton of special teams TDs. Here's the opening kickoff on Seattle radio.
Shaheed at his own 5, across the 10, 15, 20. Cut straight upfield, has a gap, across the 40, midfield 50. Trying to trip him, don't get him. Flag is down. Shaheed to the end zone. Holy catfish! Open the game with a 95-yard touchdown Seahawks.
Holy catfish, print the shirts, 95-yard touchdown, longest in Seahawks franchise history. And it just went one way from there. Jake Tonjes fumbles, Ernest Jones rips it out, Julian Love falls on it. The Seahawks defense held the Niners to less than 4 yards per play, no points in the first quarter. Seahawks up 17-0 after 15 minutes. And Jones, already the fumble forced. Why not add a pick? The Seahawks, 14 points off turnovers. They win this running away 41-6. A light lift for Sam Darnold in the win. Like us, he was just in awe of the defense.
No, our defense has been amazing, throughout the entire year. They've had our back. We've had their back in certain situations. Our special teams, I can't say enough great things about them. But, it's really fun to play with a defense like that behind, that has your back, throughout the entire season, and especially when you got big games like this one.
And history suggests the Seahawks have and will continue to capitalize on home field advantage as the 1 seed. This is their 4th postseason as the top seed in the NFC. Each of the previous 3, they ended up going to the Super Bowl, including a similar beatdown of the Broncos in Super Bowl.
Bullied the San Francisco 49ers by the score of 41-6. The Seahawks advance to the NFC Championship game. They'll host either the Rams or the Bears next week. Raheed Shaheed returned the opening kickoff 95 yards to set the tone, and they never looked back. Seattle's defense was stifling, as they were the last game of the season when they beat the 49ers 13-3. This time, it was even more convincing. Seattle defense dominated, forcing 3 turnovers, holding the 49ers to 236 yards, and 3 turned them over on downs 3 consecutive times. Kenneth Walker finished the game 116 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, tying the great Alexander the Great, Sean Alexander the Great, Seattle Seahawks running back for the most touchdowns in a playoff game. Ocho, this thing got started from the jump.
Yeah.
Hey. It's hard to overcome. Special team touchdowns, Ocho, they just do something to you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it take the wind out your sails. For one, you're already playing on the goddamn road, having to deal with the 12th man. Then, obviously, you practice all week and you focus on the offense and the high-power octane that is the Seattle Seahawks offense. Then you know what they look like on defense. And then they have to deal with the special teams, too. They come out and score as soon as the game starts. It already puts you behind the 8 ball. Then you can't get nothing going offensively. On top of the turnovers you have in the game, hell, you really don't stand a chance to actually, let alone win. You can't even compete playing like that. And so, damn, all 3 phases.
They dominated.
All 3 phases, they dominated the entirety of the game. At no point in the game were the goddamn 49ers in the game at all. And listen, I tweeted at one point, they were up by maybe about 14.
Yeah, what, 17-3, 17-6, something like that?
It was 17-6. I said, listen, at some point, the pendulum is going to shift. The momentum is going to shift. Can the Seahawks get enough of a lead when that momentum shifts where the 49ers don't have a chance to come back? Most of the time, Monk, you watch football for a very long time. Most of the time, when it does shift, the other team makes a way and finds a way to come back and crawl their way back into the game. Tonight, man.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. I don't know what that was.
It wasn't happening.
I don't know if I've ever seen this before. A team only had 50 plays. Team ran 50 plays, Ocho, and get 41 points. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, we'll take that special teams play away, but still they got 34 points on 50 plays. That's crazy. That is crazy. You cannot, in the postseason, I don't care how good your team, and we're going to talk about this, Buffalo. You turn the ball over 4 times. Now, Sean got a little conservative there.
Four.
They had 5 turnovers, my bad.
5.
But in this game right here, Seattle, man, that defense, they're good at all 3 levels. Their back end is really good. Ernest Jones the fourth
Yes.
takes the ball away. Big Leonard Williams and D. Law. DeMarcus Lawrence has found new life getting out of Dallas. He finds the guys are playing for one another. They fly to the football. Big Leonard Williams is since been sensational. Man, you know, they got guys that can make plays on the offensive side of football. They can run the football with Kenneth Walker, the third, Charbonneau. But the receiving end, they make plays. I mean, they're just a sound football team. Very, very
Yeah.
well coached. And I think the thing is, defensively, Ocho, when you watch them, they don't do a whole lot. They don't do a whole lot.
No.
I mean, from what I see, they play some quarters and maybe
Hey.
man down in the red zone. But other than that,
Yeah.
simplicity. Let's do
Let-
a few things great as opposed to doing a
Yes.
lot of things okay.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why defensively, most of the time, they're really not ever out of position because they do the simple things and they do the simple things very, very well. Obviously, when you have the personnel that they do have defensively, it makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely.
We don't have to do all the exotic shit. You don't have to confuse your opponent with all type of different coverages and schemes and tactics to be able to do things. And the fact they were able to put up 41 points tonight, minus let's like you said, let's take out the
Yep.
return from Shaheed. They still put up 34, 35 goddamn points. Sam Darnold tonight, he was only 12
12
of
of
17.
17.
But that's it. One TD to JSN. That was it. That is how good they played tonight. Kenneth Walker Jr. played well. Cooper Kupp led the team with 5 for 60. But that goddamn defense, boy. That goddamn defense. I'm not sure who they're gonna play. I don't know who they're gonna play. Obviously, we'll find out
I'm
tomorrow.
not sure it
With
matters.
the 5 o'clock game. Hey.
Ocho, I'll be honest with you, Ocho. And you never want to put the cart in front of the horse in front of the cart. Well, that's where it goes.
Right.
The cart
No,
in front of the horse.
The cart in front of
That's
the
because the
horse.
horse got to pull the cart. I mean, when you look at Ocho, when you just look at them and the way they rally to the effing football, I mean, it's not one. I'm like, well, hold on. Hey, ref, I bet they got too many men on
You
the
sure
field.
it's 11?
Ain't no way in hell, bro. Hey, nah. We only supposed to have 11.
Hey.
They got to have 13. Ain't no way they get to the ball that quick. And they do.
That's exactly what it looks like.
The front four,
that's
they
exactly
can
what it-
generate pressure. Occasionally, they'll come with a blitz. But most of the time, they just generate pressure with that front four. Hey, that number 3, ooh. But if you look at them, they play defense just like the old Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom basically played one cover. They played single high robber. We call it was back then. They used to call it lurk. Cam Chancellor lurking, looking to pick up any crossers. They call it robber now. He's looking to rob the crossing route or the end. Other than that, that's it. That's all they played. If you look at this team,
Listen,
they're a very simplistic coverage team. Good luck getting up against Spoon and Wolin. Got Love at safety. You got Ernest Jones the fourth, and then you got those guys just swarm. The D-line just swarm. They're fundamentally sound. McDonald. This is a really tough because Ben Johnson could get Coach of the Year. Vrabel could get Coach of the Year. D'Amico Ryan can get Coach of the Year. McDonald up in Seattle could get Coach of the Year. I mean, look, there are a lot of worthy candidates. Hell, Sean Payton can get Coach of the Year. There are a lot of worthy candidates. But the job that McDonald has done with this team in his short time there, this is only second year.
Yeah.
Only second year.
Phenomenal.
And here it is. They're in
Phenomenal
the
job.
NFC Championship game with that game on their home field. Go ahead, Ocho.
The funny thing about it too, those that are in the chat that are watching, now you understand the importance of a quarterback. You look at some of the teams that have struggled, and it's just goes to say for Sam Darnold, situations matter. Where you go matters. Coaching matters. The personnel that
Organizations
surrounds
matter.
you.
I don't give a damn. Tom
Organizations
Brady could
matter.
go to the Jets. He ain't gonna be what we know.
Well, yeah, what we're used to seeing. So, I mean, Sam Darnold is in the perfect situation. I know I've said it multiple times on the show. I know Minnesota is kicking themselves in the foot, for
What do you mean
for
kicking
actually
themselves
allowing
in the
him
ass?
to get out.
It's kind of hard to kick
Oh,
yourself
my
in the
bad.
foot. But I get what you said. We get it. We know what you saying, Chad. Come on, now that's Ocho, man.
Hey, no, listen, I'm trying to prevent from cursing. That's
Yeah.
why I said that.
We know what you mean.
Right. But hey, Sam Darnold is playing exceptional.
Yes.
Playing exceptional. Obviously, I've been worried about him. He's been turnover
Yeah, he's
prone,
been very
throughout
inconsistent.
the
You're
season.
right.
I think he had 20, but he had 20 something interceptions, huh?
He had 20 plus turnovers.
At 20 plus turnovers. So I was worried about him going into the playoffs. I was hoping he just took care of the ball because the defense was so well. And if they can play defense the way they played tonight and special teams, they do what they need to do. And Sam Darnold doesn't put the ball in harm's way and just allow offensively whatever the defense
Just
gives
don't
you,
lose it.
just take it. Yeah, just don't lose the game trying to
Trying to do
make
too much.
bad situations even worse.
You're right. You're right, Ocho. And when you look at this team, like I said, they're very well coached. They're disciplined. They're good in the special teams area, especially on punt kick return, because he is a Pro Bowl player. On their special teams on the other end, they do a great job of tackling. They pin you down. They don't give you big plays. They make you nickel and dime your way down the field. And that's the best way to play defenses. Defense is not to give up anything cheap, anything deep. I believe if you have to consistently drive the ball 10, 12, 15 plays, I believe I can make you turn it over as opposed to giving up a one or two, a 60-yard run or a 50-yard pass play. I believe if I make you go first down, first, second, convert third down, first, second, convert third down. I believe if I make you continuously have to nickel and dime your way down the field, I believe you'll stub your toe. I believe you'll make a mistake. And that's all I need.
Yeah. And you know what else is good? If you look at the landscape of the teams that are left, let's say for the NFC in general, you look at a game like tonight offensively, Christian McCaffrey causes an issue regards to who they're playing because they can create mismatches by using him in a multitude of ways offensively. Right. But because the goddamn Seahawks are so good in all three levels, whether it be the front, whether it be the second level, or they goddamn back end, they match up so extremely well. Some of the things that Christian McCaffrey is able to exploit when they're playing other teams, when you play somebody like Seattle, it's not happening. Like he had some runs, he wasn't able to do what he normally does. And there were no gashes tonight. And boy, they was putting a hat on him tonight, boy. They was putting the hat on him tonight, boy.
Ernest Jones the fourth had 2 takeaways. He had a pick, had a forced fumble, ripped it out on the tight end. But I thought, look, from about for like the last month, after what they did to the Rams, they showed me something. Being down like they were, and finding a way to get up off the mat and to win that game in overtime in the fashion. Not only did they tie, because the Rams go right down the field in overtime, get a touchdown, PAT, they're up 7, and for Seattle to match it, to go down the field, and then say, you know what, we ain't doing no more overtime because the next score win. We're gonna win it or lose it right here, and they say, you know what, we're gonna win it. And Sam Darnold did a great job. Seattle's gonna be a tough out, Ocho. They're gonna be tough. I don't care. Yeah. Look, the game. Obviously, we can say the game favors Chicago because they practice in that and they play more often in those kind of conditions than the Rams. But anything can happen on a given Sunday. That's why we love football so much, because it's one thing. It's one game. It's win or go home. There is no tomorrow. There's finality once postseason. It's not like that in any other sport. They say game 7. There's nothing like game 7. Well, in the NFL, every playoff game is a game 7. Whether it's the wild card, divisional, or the AFC championship. Obviously, the Super Bowl, we know what that is. But every playoff game in the postseason, every playoff game in the NFL is a game 7. No other sport has that. Because I get 4 chances. All I got to do, I got to beat you 4 times. But it doesn't work like that in the NFL. I ain't got to beat nobody 4 times. I got to win. If I win 4 games, Ocho, if I'm a wild card, I'm going to be the Super Bowl champ.
I'm holding up the trophy.
In other sports, if you win 4 games, all you did was advance to the next round.
Oh, yeah.
Win 4 games in the NFL in the postseason, you're Super Bowl champs. But look, San Francisco, the injuries, the in and out, they lost Trent for a minute. The wide receiver, I thought they played well. But sometimes, team just has your number. Team just have your number. Seattle is. I'm not so sure if the 49ers have all their pieces that they're a better football team than Seattle.
When I think about it, I think about if they had Bosa, if they had Fred Warner.
Okay, yeah. Because they can't get pressure on the quarterback, Ocho. It's so hard for them to get pressure, and you got to have somebody that can win quick. You need somebody that can win right now. that can win his one-on-one matchup. They got, and they don't really have that. Fred Warner's not going to make some of the mistakes that these guys were making. They're trying to go under and they get pinned and it spits out, or they go over and the guy cuts back. Fred is not going to make some of the mistakes. He's too veteran of a player. He's going to read and diagnose what's going on a lot sooner than these guys. But I think from look, and these games are always close. Normally. I mean, the first time they played up in Seattle, they the 49ers won, but it was a very close ball game. The second time, it was a 13-3 ball game. The 49ers felt that, you know what, if we eliminate some of these turnovers, Ocho, we like our chances because we've already been here and won before. So it's not like it's foreign to us. It's like it's out of the realm of possibility that we can win because we've won here before. So, you feel somewhat good. You like to have Bosa because you had Bosa when you won the first time. You had Fred Warner when you won the first time. You had Kittle when you won the first time. So you would have liked to have some of those pieces, but you got what you got. You got what you got. I mean, Seattle look good.
You got to make you got to make do with what you have. Obviously, I think it hurts not having Kittle, not having Bosa, not having Fred Warner. But when you think about it, when it comes to this time, when it comes to playoff time, there are a lot of teams that have injuries. Maybe not injuries to some of their star players to the extent of that of the 49ers, but you got to make do with what you got. You got to make do with what you got. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. I think for the 49ers,
it's hard for me to, and I've had a chance to look, it's hard for me to understand why.
Right back in next year. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at the 49ers, maybe a D lineman, maybe a corner. I mean, losing Huff, Fanga, who's in Denver right now. Their safeties, man, I just don't know. I mean, the pass didn't jig, but I don't know what 36 was looking at. I don't know what he's looking at. Oh, so why would he look back inside? The quarterback is rolling towards the sideline. You look back inside, and he throws it, and Jigba slides and catches it. I'm like, what are you looking for?
Yeah. That was a nice drop in the bucket, too, now.
I mean, he looking like his mom called him. Like he heard somebody, you called me, Mom? No. Oh, man, see, Ocho. I mean, when I go to games, this is why, and we're going to talk about the Broncos. This is why I came, man. I see some stuff, bro. I'm like, bro, what? Okay. Come here, son. Come here, let me ask you something right quick. Tell me what you saw. What did you see?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
But you got to understand too, Unc. Now, when you're watching the game from a fan perspective, even though you played the game, and when you're watching from an eye level view, as you were today,
That's 22. Because we can see everything up high, Ocho.
Yeah. Sometimes, what we see with a clear eyesight,
they can't see
the same when you
not at
feel
eye level.
flying. Yeah, and the bullet is flying. It's a thinking man's game out there, huh? A thinking man's game. So one mistake, one slip up, one step behind, you done. You look the wrong way, you hesitate, you peek in the backfield. That's all it takes.
The only thing that I tried to do, Ocho. Go ahead. You say, hesitate.
I said it's a millisecond, and you out of position.
The only thing that I really emphasize, Ocho, is that I never tried to get beat on what I've seen on tape. If I know a guy like the cross face, I can't let you beat me cross. Now, if you step cross like you gonna cross my face and come out the backside, we need to get a different running back because he too goddamn slow to hit the hole. Other than that, Ocho, you're gonna have drops. You're gonna make some mistakes. But as I remember Pat Surtain, I got a chance to holler at him. I saw his dad also talk to him. I say in the playoffs, there are no incidental plays. Every play matters. See, in the regular season, Ocho, sometimes the first quarter play might not have an impact in the rest of the game. But in the postseason, every play matters. Every play matters. And so you're like, oh, don't worry about it, we'll get it back. But that's the difference. Now all of a sudden, instead of a 7-point, you got 3.